Hello, my name is Katrina McKell and welcome to another STEAM experiment. Today I'm going to try a maths activity from the book The Artful Maths Activity Book, written by Clarissa Grandi. This book I got from the Math City, which is a museum in Trinity Shopping Centre, Leeds. They are, however, changing location in a few days' time, so keep an eye on their website for updates. You can also buy this book online. So today I thought we would try The Artful Maths Activity Book, Chapter 1, The Curves of Pursuit. For this experimental activity, we will need a pencil and a ruler. I also recommend a rubber and a sharpener to keep your pencil sharp. You will also need plain paper. The optional pieces of equipment are coloured pencils or pens to colour in my patterns, and a pair of compasses if I wish to draw my patterns from scratch in the future. And that she's put a note here saying to see the section on basic constructions. But to start off with, first of all, we need to know what is meant by curves of pursuit. Well, Clarissa describes curves of pursuit as imaginary hungry predatory bugs that are sitting at the vertices or corners of a 2D shape, and all at once each bug begins crawling with equal speed directly toward the bug on its right. And she's shown us a small diagram here which shows what we should end up with. So as you can see, we've basically got squares within a square kind of going towards the center, which is an optical illusion. So how do we draw one of these on our own? Well, there are a number of rules that we first need to follow. The first is that the bugs start at the vertices of a polygon, and each bug travels in the same direction. All bugs travel clockwise, or all bugs travel anti-clockwise, and all bugs travel at the same speed. So the curves of pursuit are drawn by the bug's sight lines after each step they take. We will be drawing ours using a square, but she also has templates for an equilateral triangle, a pentagon, and the hexagon that you can use in this book, and then start to draw your own curves of pursuit with different shapes. So to begin with, what I'm going to do is draw out a 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter square. And I'll need my ruler and sharp pencil for this. And you need to make sure that all your lines are straight and not at an angle, which is why I've got a rubber here, because I'm noticing already that my top line is not straight. Okay, And what I'm going to do now is just label my vertices, which are not mandatory, but I find it quite useful so I remember where the vertex are. So what you should end up with is something that looks like this. Now what I'm going to do is go on to the next step, which says to measure 1 centimeter to the right of each vertex and make a small dot. So starting with the top left hand corner, I'm going to measure 1 centimeter. And then again on the next one, making my way all the way around. And if you notice that you've got 2 dots on the same side, then you've done it wrong. Okay. Now that I've done that, I need to join these dots up to add a second square within a square. So what you should end up with is something that looks like this. Now what I'm going to do is repeat that by measuring 1 centimeter from the vertex of the second square to the right and making sure that my dots line up in a line. So still imagining the hungry tiny bug creeping towards the center. And I'm going to repeat that by drawing lines to connect the dots. And what you should have is something that looks like this. So as you can see from this diagram, we've got the dots all going in the same path towards the bugs on its right, which should finally reach the center. Now I'm going to pause the video and continue doing that until we reach the center. So that is following the same method, measuring 1 centimeter to the right of the dot of the previous square for all 4 corners, and then joining those corners up to make a second square. Okay, so now that I've done that, I've ended up with something that looks like this. Isn't it beautiful? The center square is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. So now what I'm going to do is I've got 4 colored pens here, and I'm just going to draw a curve following the path of each insect, which will show the curves of pursuit. So this is joining up all the dots the insects took. And what you can now see can you see those spirals? You can see the curves, and each different colour marks a different vertices, and they all reach the centre square. So thank you for watching this video. I've put links to the Math City website on the comment section. You will also find links to Dr. Dot's online science club, as well as her YouTube channel with some more fun science experiments that you can try out. I am a founding member of her online science club, which is designed for adults who want to learn more about science but haven't felt comfortable with it in the past. And ideally it is so that we can pass that science on to the next generation and to other adults. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.